Hey guys, how are you doing? This is Tracy Ken. Thank you for tuning in. And for new members or new people, new faces, please like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, thank you so much for coming in and watching my videos. So today I have a big announcement ever. So we've been let me just start with the big announcement and then I explain, right? So guys, I got my visa. I got my Israeli visa, guys. I'm so happy. I'm so excited. Finally, it has happened. And we've been applying for this visa for like 1.5 years now, and it has finally come out. So let me show you my visa. This is my passport. Um, quite excited actually. How exciting, guys! I'm so excited. I'm so excited. This has been a journey since we this is not our first visa actually, and my visa journey has been quite a challenge, by the way, to get visa to Israel. It's not been an easy journey. We started applying for visa since early last year. I remember we tried to apply for tourist visa when we were still dating, and it wasn't so easy. I think there's something with Africans moving to these developed countries, usually like hard to go, or usually like a nightmare, not so easy to go. But then so they turned me down. They didn't accept I didn't get my tourist visa. And then since then we were like, okay, let's apply, because their response when we applied for tourist visa, Michael applied from Israel, and when he applied, they went through the papers, and then they were like, since you guys are in a relationship, so should be a different kind of visa, so you guys should apply for partner visa. So we're like, okay, so that's what we're gonna do. And then what do we need to get a partner visa? Oh, there's some documents you need to prepare and all that. So unfortunately, our country, I mean, things take slower, not unless you know someone, or you bribe. Like, that's the nature of our country. There's a lot of corruption. So I happen to know a few people, and then it helped me to fasten my process to get these documents from Kenya, because there were documents I was needed from my side, and whereas from Michael's side. And then by the time we're finally getting this document, approving them, because every document you get, you have to certify it. From my side, every document I have to certify it from the Foreign Affairs, certify it again to the Israeli embassy before I send it to Israel. So it was quite a challenge, but then we finally got the documents, and then we apply. They tell us, because we had a lawyer, we still have a lawyer from Israel, because all this partner visa, we're applying from Israel. So when we get this lawyer, of course, she told us what the documents are needed, and then when we got that from my side, I was asked for a birth certificate. I already have, but then I have to go to the Ministry of Birth in Kenya, and they check if the right documents, if the names are matching. Apparently, I had an issue with my birth certificate, so it was back and forth, and I need a police clearance form, which is valid for only 3 months, and I need to use it for Israeli, for applying that partner visa. I need to produce my police clearance form, valid for 3 months since the date of issue. But in Kenya, the police clearance form is valid for 6 months. So by the time 3 months expires and you haven't finished getting all other these documents that you needed, and then it expires, and then they tell you, no, it has expired, you have to apply for another one. And it's an issue in the government, the Kenyan system, when you apply for another document when the existing document hasn't expired yet. So it was like, quite a challenge going here and there. And then I was told to get an affidavit that to say that I'm single. So, and it had to be notarized. And then after that, I take it to all these documents. I take it to the Foreign Affairs, they be certified, and then I take it to the Israeli embassy. So by the time I take all these documents to the Israeli embassy, they're telling me that Oh, in Kenya, you don't need an affidavit to state that you're single. You need to apply for the document, which is called a certificate of no impediment to marriage. Wow. So we go back again to again apply for this document. So it has been quite a stressful journey. And going there at Sharia House, so where we get this certificate of no impediment to marriage is a building, marriage a department at Sharia House here in Nairobi. So I go there every day, and if any one of you has any Kenyans who are watching my video, if any one of you has ever like had any issue with government offices or maybe even Sharia House to be particular, you know how stressful it is, you know how depressing it is, because those people, they do everything just to make everything not to work. So it's been like, going here and there. And then, we decided like, you know what, we were in this we're still in this mixed couple group on Facebook that posts, especially Israeli and other countries partners. So they post on their challenges, on their own journey of visas and all that. So going through people's comments, especially for people who are applying for partner visa, it was like hard to get a partner visa. It's like it's hard and takes quite a time if you're like, if you're like boyfriend and girlfriend. So it was like, yeah, it's kind of, you'll get it, but then they ask for a lot of things and they require a lot of things, and and also to add from Africa. So I don't know what's up with African people whenever they apply for visas to go to these countries. Well, so we decided, you know what, let's get married. And then guys, we got married in South Africa. And then the reason why we got married in South Africa, by the way, is that with Kenyan bureaucracy system, it's quite a while, and we needed to get this marriage certificate on dot and fast or immediately to this last year to apply for the partner visa. So we decided, like, we already had plans to go to South Africa, and we were like, since you're all going to South Africa, why don't you just go and get married there, civil marriage? Let's go and sign the papers. And we found out, we did a research, we found out it was easy for foreigners to get married in South Africa. So we ended up getting married in South Africa on December. That's when we signed the papers, and then it kind of took long than expected to get our marriage certificate out, because there was, South Africa has so many holidays, and it was during this December time and Christmas and Happy New Year, so it kind of took time, almost like 3 months before we got our marriage certificate. So by that time we were already even done with our Southern Africa travel, and then we were like, okay, now the documents are here, now let's apply now for the partner visa. So we applied. That was we got married. We already applied for the partner visa when we got all these documents. That was the last year in November. We already applied for the partner visa. This was before we got married. And then after we got married, we knew when you apply, you are called for an appointment to produce your documents, your documents as a hard copy. Of course, you apply those documents as soft copy, and then you still produce them at an appointment. And then after that, then have interviews separately, and then you're told if you get a visa or not. So that's usually the procedure. So so when you apply the partner visa, we are not yet married. So we were planning, by the time they call us for an appointment, we already have our marriage certificate, and of course that will be an added advantage, because now we sound like the relationship is more serious. And then so when we applied, that was last year in November, and by December, or was it January? I think January or December, I don't remember. But we got a reply from Israel that they told us, no, we cannot process the visa until Michael is back in the country. I mean, what kind of law is that? I mean, how does do they stop them from, going on with the process, because they already have the document, they already have everything, all the documentation, but they still, there's still like stupid rules here and there just to make things hard for you. You're like, okay, fine. So we had like we already had this trip and booked the flight, so we could not just stop everything and just go to Israel. And by this time, we were also still waiting for our marriage certificate. So by the time the 3 months were over, we already had our marriage certificate, and then Michael was back in Israel. And then when he went back, the appointment was scheduled, because immediately when he goes back, it already shows in the system that he's back in the country. And then immediately after, was it after a week? After a week or two, they already booked an appointment for him. And then we had an appointment. That was May, early May. I can't remember the date, but it was May this year. So, you know what? Michael, just being Michael, he missed the appointment. He got there late. Well, he was coming from the north, and the meeting where he was supposed to go for the appointment is in Tel Aviv. So he was coming from the northern part of Israel. So there was traffic. He was supposed to be there by 8. And I don't know what happened. There was a lot of traffic. He was like, I don't know, was it 1 hour late? And the lawyer was there. But of course, shit happened, right? So they managed to still speak to these people, and then they told him that, okay, why are you late? We cannot continue with the appointment because you're late. I'm like, okay, can I have another appointment? Okay, they scheduled for another appointment when? In July. July date for 16th. They scheduled an appointment July 16th. So like, fine. No. Before they scheduled an appointment in July, this is what happened. So the appointment was early May that he missed, and then they're like, okay, we'll schedule another appointment in between this month. The appointment was around like 20th, and then Michael was like, I won't be around because I have other plans. I have to leave the country because we already even planning to go to Asia. And they're like, I won't be around, then I have to reschedule the appointment. So these people were so mad. They were so angry. They were like, Michael, you have to decide if you want to spend your time in the country or outside or abroad. You have to decide if you're really serious with this, with getting this partner visa. So they were really angry, but then so they rescheduled now to July. So Michael left. We traveled again, and then now we travel until just a few days before our appointment, and then Michael went back to Israel. And then when you go back to Israel, of course, we were also expecting to be the same kind of response like last time, like all the time, like, and by this time my police clearance form was already outdated. and we got married in South Africa. They asked for an affidavit from both of our sides, and then apparently they stayed with our affidavit as an evidence or something. They didn't give us back our affidavit, just gave us the marriage certificate. And at the embassy, Israel, so not embassy, at the Ministry of Migration, Israel, is it migration? I don't know. Where the office. Michael has to present the documents, where the appointment at the office. Michael has to present the affidavit and everything, the affidavit, the marriage certificate, my birth certificate, the police clearance form, and the certificate of no impediment. This was just like a top-up because you already have the certificate of the affidavit. They serve the same purpose. Apparently in Israel, they were only asking for the affidavit, but in Kenya here, the embassy of Israel, they asked me to get the certificate of no impediment to marriage. So it's quite confusing, but anyways, we were safe to get them both. So when Michael took the documents, so of course he explained that we don't have the affidavit because we got married, and the South African government had to stay with our documents. They're like, oh, okay, fine. And luckily, he got a good guy. He got a guy this time. Last time was a woman. I don't know what's wrong with women. I don't know what's wrong with women. I don't know. I like our fellow women, but let me tell you, every time, like, especially government offices, like women, sorry to say, me personally, women that, if it's a woman who is your boss or anything, it's usually very hard. They always make life hard. You know, it's not so easy. It's not usually very easy. They always bring a lot of, I don't know, a lot of obstacles. You know, they make your life hard. You know, but luckily this time Michael found a guy, and thank God he was in a good mood, and he saw the documents, and he didn't even take time, and they needed to approve my police clearance form if it was a true copy. Apparently there's a QR code, they need to scan it and, you know, check in the system if it's, you know, Kenyan system, whatever, check if it's a valid copy, or it's is it true, whatever they need to check. And apparently the QR code wasn't working, but then I don't know how Michael figured out, and they got it working. And yeah, and the guy was like, okay. It didn't even take much of his time. You know, the way we were stressed finding these documents, this guy was just like, okay, when can she come? Can she come in the next 30 days? They're like, yeah, sure. And then, like, that's how we got our visa, guys. I'm excited. I am very, 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 very excited. Oh my goodness. Yes. So that's how we got our visa, and I'm very excited. Whew. It's been like days have passed, and I've been withholding this information. Let's just talk a little bit truth. There's something with Africans, you know, whenever you have good news. Guys, just a minute, I have a call. Guys, sorry about that. So the big guy is here.
Big guy? That's what my dad calls me. He says, hey, big guy.
You're a big guy too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was in the middle of explaining to them how we got our visa and how the visa journey has been since we started applying for our tourist visa since last year. 2023.
If you're a 20-something African girl who's not married, you're not getting a visa to Israel or anywhere else for that matter.
I know the challenges that we've been having all through documentations and all that, until, you know, the delay of the visa, until you're back in the country for them to process the visa, and then our travels we've been doing delay our visa, you know, just doing whatever we want.
All the paperwork in Kenya, which is like impossible to get.
I know. Until, you know, we're like, okay, finally we got the visa. How easy it was, you know, it's because you found a guy. I think that's the reason why. I
had a great clerk, that's for sure.
Yeah, if it was a woman, I don't know.
Migration everywhere sucks. Okay, reality is everything's crazy. There's paperwork and this, and it's disorganized.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're moving to Australia or EU or even Africa. I'm telling you, it totally sucks.
Yeah.
I finally went with my lawyer. We have a lawyer, you know, in Israel named Tal. Absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, we always recommend her. She's a good one. She's a good one.
She's not very good at making small talk, but that's okay. She's just kind of like the kind of person you'll just like sit there in awkward silence, but she'll get the job done. Okay?
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
She's okay. She's not terribly friendly, but she's effective, you know.
Okay.
And we had like a great clerk, and you know, there was a possibility of them asking me to pay a specific deposit that I could get back eventually, but it would been like $8,000 or $10,000 like out of pocket just to like guarantee her stay, to make sure she doesn't like run off to the bus station and disappear or something. They could have asked for an additional interview to prove the sincerity of the relationship, but this one guy, his name was Yisrael, which is the same, kind of like a different version of the name of Israel. He was like a short, white, religious man with no lips. And he was just kind of like,
but all Muslims don't have lips.
I have lips. I have big lips. I've got juicy lips.
You have small lips. Yeah, these are the only
I have great lips. Anyways,
yeah, you
and
have big lips.
And so Yisrael was just like, okay, you got this, you got that. Okay, cool. Like, you know, when does she want to come? And I was like, you know, next 30 days. Like, all right, here you go, sure. That was pretty much how it was, and Tal, our lawyer, like, could not believe it. You know,
it just we were never expecting, because honestly, before Michael went to the office, I was like, what kind of the news am I expecting? Maybe our documents are outdated. I need to go and find another document.
They were outdated.
Not all of them, only the police clearance.
That's always well, your birth certificate's not going to be outdated.
Yeah, of course, yeah. So, I mean, like, I was expecting, worse news, but then it turned up to be like, you have the
I tricked you though. And
I believed you because that's what I was
I called her and I was like, I have bad news, the documents are out of date, and we're going to have to go through an interview process. And then I was just like, psych! Just kidding, we got the visa, you're coming.
Wow, what a miracle. Oh, what a miracle. Oh my goodness.
So babe, Tracy, like, maybe tell the people, all right, good, you got the visa to go to this like Mzungu guy's country and stuff, but why on earth would you ever want to move to a country in a war zone?
I was getting there because my fans will be watching because of my fans. If you're my fans, you already know.
Are you going to be okay?
Michael is from Israel, but if there are new people watching this, like getting a visit to go Israel, who does that? Especially this time where there's like chaos and war and whatever.
Just turn off your television, turn off YouTube, don't turn off YouTube, watch her videos, and turn off the news, and 95% of the war problems in the Middle East go away. Just like that. Okay? It's not like what you think.
I mean, it doesn't give you pressure, it doesn't go away, but then doesn't give you that pressure
it's nonsense.
Of like, what's going on? Oh, it's been attacked, oh, blah, 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 blah. But then, I mean, like, anyway, guys, if you ask me, I mean, like, first of all, I'm excited to go to Israel because it's always been my dream to go there. And, and you're from Israel. And it's like, we are planning to have a life there. And, we have been having a break and stopping a lot of things. And now it's finally happening. And I'm happy to be in Israel. I'm happy to go to Israel. I'm happy to go to Israel. I'm happy I got the visa. And then, asking me about how I feel because of the war and everything that's happening, I don't know what to say, honestly. I have no idea what to say.
I have stuff to say.
I know you have, because you've been there, you've experienced that.
First of all, what is war? It's always like war light, okay? Second of all, we're always at war. You've been at war forever,
It's ugly.
They hate us because they ain't us, okay? Listen, for all you people out there who like Israel, who've got strong, opinions about it in a good way, like, you're welcome, all that stuff's great.
So much.
For all those people who don't, and like you're pro, like, Fakistan or whatever it is, like the country, what you think the country's called, you're grossly misinformed. You have absolutely no idea what's really going on there, and like what day-to-day life is like there for either Israelis or Palestinians or Jews or Arabs and everything. I would still encourage you to reach out, come visit, etc. But really, the most dangerous thing about being in Israel is that when you go there, you never want to leave. You'll never leave your house. You never go back home again.
I'll see about that. Guys. I'll be reporting from Israel.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I'm so happy. I'm so excited.
The best thing about Israel is obviously the men. We are also
the men.
Hairy, handsome. Oh, totally. Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm married.
Yeah, oh, that's good. That's not going to stop people,
Well, it's going to stop me. It's going to,
What is your impression been like so far of meeting Israelis and like people when you were learning Hebrew for a while?
Yeah. So I haven't told these guys all about my history. These are the parts of me that I've been like putting it aside, guys.
She didn't want to stoke controversy and get all the hate on the YouTube. There's already enough hate from people about like you African girls are so confused for marrying a white man. There's already that. Wait till you turn Israel.
Why until now it's Israeli now? Going to Israel. It's double hate.
I know.
That's really cool. Well, I know what happens is that I've been watching, of course, Israeli news and like whatever happening in the world, and like, of course, I'm not saying it's not happening, but what I'm trying to say is that they make it look like Israel is a bad nation. It's like committing homicide. But it's also happening to them.
Israel's poor neighbors were living very peaceably for like thousands of no, not whatsoever. Okay, that's not at all what's going on. We make peace with those nations who want peace, and if nations or people object to us or like want war, well, I'll give you a reason not to like us. Okay, so that's kind of the attitude. But since we met, actually, Tracy was doing like an online course in Hebrew.
That was when? Last year.
It was in 2023,
yeah, that was last year.
We thought she would come to Israel.
That was even before I started a YouTube channel.
I know. What did you think about like just like, your Hebrew teachers and
let me tell you, studying Hebrew language itself, okay? Studying Hebrew language myself, it's quite hard. Honestly, it's hard learning Hebrew because, you know, these are not like alphabets you're used to, like, you know.
It's the alphabet. It's the original alphabet.
Okay, but then I'm used to like the
okay,
English
it's
alphabets or the Swahili. You know, they're kind of the same, you know. But then this is like different kind
script.
of script. It's not Arabic anyway. It's quite different. I don't know if there's any language which is close to Hebrew.
I mean, Greek, English is all based on that originally, but
the Greek use the same.
no, alphabets? But like the whole concept of the block letters. You know, Hebrew is an older language than those languages. So.
Oh, okay, fine. All right, so it's you have to first learn introduced to new alphabets.
Well, really the hardest part about Hebrew is that there are actually two alphabets. There's like the handwriting one, and there's like the block typing one.
Yeah.
So you have to learn like two different types of characters.
Yeah, I know. But then for me, I think when you want to learn a language, it's all about the dedication, and I don't think there's any hard language. Ask me. I did French. Guys, I did French in campus, but if you ask me, the only word I know about French is bonjour. I don't know.
J'aime le fromage. I love cheese.
But then, I mean, like, studying Hebrew, it's because I am dedicated to it and I'm excited to learn it. That's why it's been like, well, I've been having challenges. I'm not fluent or whatever, I'm having troubles with writing and reading. But then pronunciation, I think I'm fast in pronouncing words. Yeah.
You're very good at pronunciation.
Actually. Yeah. So, well, I'm still on it. Well, I'm going out to Israel. I'm gonna, you know.
So I have an apartment in Yaffo or Jaffa.
Before you get that.
Oh, okay. I'm taking over. I just bought pizza, so I deserve to talk.
Okay. What did you even want to say?
I don't know.
Got too short.
What did you think of my friends from Israel who met?
Oh yeah, you asked me about that. Well, for me, meeting Israel is, I think, such from even day one. I think about David. I mean, we're meeting him from day one, so it's like a brother. That's how I feel. Not even a friend, because I've met him from day one. He came with you to Kissi.
He escorts me on all my dates.
Yeah, he was there in the wedding where we got engaged. He was
this
there.
Guy David was there for our first date,
like,
our engagement, meeting her family, and the wedding.
Yeah, it's been like all through, and like incredible. I feel like, and he's very like very good, very like social and very. He's a good person. He's a very kind person, and I think I was like, you know, for me personally, being around people is usually hard, like for the first time. But then when times goes by, then it comes easier. So I mean, other people who was from Israel, Jake. I mean, like Jake, we've never met. Jake Bourgeois, we've never met.
He's from Germany. You're talking about Jake Blackburn.
Oh, Jake Blackman. Yeah, Jake Blackman we've never met. The Japan guys is like, I don't know if you. On my wedding videos, there were 2 guys from Israel. So, of course, you've already...
No, more than that.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, more than that. But there are 2 who read the script, the blessing.
Were there? Okay.
Yeah, it was David and Jake.
And Tal,
I'm talking about 2 guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Those are from Israel, because there are another 2 guys from somewhere else. So 2 guys from Israel. There's one, of course, you know David. You've seen him in my previous videos. And there's Jake Blackburn.
Yes.
Jake, if you're watching this.
Kobe.
Yeah. Actually, Jake, we've never met in person, but of course, we were like chatting and stuff. And then immediately when we met, I felt like I've known this person. Like it was so easy to connect, and it was like easy, you know. So I mean, for the people that are even Tal and Rona, it was just easy to connect, and it was just, you know, Rona was. I met her for the first time when she came to the wedding, but Tal was the second time. But then these people were easy to connect, and Jonathan, cute boy.
in Israel, in Israeli like social culture, it's not like other, you could say, like white dominant cultures. Israel's not exactly white anyways, but like it's you know, there's no real social distance between people. You don't have like a real formal culture. Everything's very informal, and you kind of almost like treat everyone like they're your cousin. It's just like, hey, okay, no.
Yeah, you're more into like
it's very direct.
Community and.
It's very direct. We can be friends, great. We can't be friends, okay, I don't care. You know.
I know Israeli are very direct people.
Direct and informal.
Yeah, so are you.
Yeah, I know.
I've come to get used to you. So, and that's what I like about you.
Yeah.
You're like always like, if something is bothering you, just say it how it is, no matter how ugly it is. I mean, like, that's who you are, and I love.
And I'm ugly.
I love that for you. Anyway, guys, so you're explaining about going to Israel. Guys, so this video was just to give the biggest news of the biggest news we've been waiting, me going to Israel, and it's finally happening. Actually, we're leaving tomorrow. And,
hopefully the flights won't be canceled because of those Iranian neighbors of ours,
I know, guys. And of course,
our friends from Iran. Hi, guys. Hi.
I doubt they'll never see this video.
We're watching you all the time. We know where you sleep.
You're so... Guys, if you know Michael, you always have dark jokes.
Dark, it's great. It's the truth,
Anyway, guys, so that's about it. We are finally going to Israel together. I'm finally going to Israel for the first time, and actually not going, moving to Israel. And
I tried to get her on a visa and it didn't work. So this is what it is.
Yeah.
So if you go and you hate it, you're stuck.
I can always come back. No one
What are you gonna do here? No, I'm telling you, Tel Aviv is an amazing, amazing city compared to.
So guys, we're going to Tel Aviv. So when we go, you explaining that. Let me not take that from you.
You can do it. You can explain.
No. Okay, so
you're the star of the show. I'm just the side character.
Okay, guys. So during this time that we've been dating, and of course, for the visa, you need to prove that you guys have spent a lot of time together, and at the same time, Michael has to prove that his life is in Israel. He has spent a lot of time in Israel. So they contradict each other. But Michael,
I managed to make it work. I'm a bureaucracy slayer. When in doubt, the main thing my father always taught me was, in life, it's always better to ask for forgiveness, not for permission.
Yeah, okay? that's very true, actually.
I definitely hacked this process. Most couples, in most migration issues where you're trying to bring over your foreign partner to your country, it doesn't matter if it's just Israel, it could be Australia, it could be anywhere. There's usually a long period of time where the local partner is waiting in their country and the foreign partner is waiting in their country, and they end up being separated for many months, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and that can obviously put a lot of strain on a relationship. I'm obviously able to work, remotely, and I have an apartment that I was able to rent out and still collect bills and kind of show them my center of life, was in Israel, and I managed to basically make it work.
So right now we're going because Michael has been, putting his apartment on business, Airbnb, and subletting sometimes. Right now he has a tenant in his apartment. So we're going to.
He's crazy. He's totally nuts.
He's
so moody. He's got a hairless cat. And he was actually born in Iran. But
how crazy.
He's an Iranian Jew.
How crazy. Oh, anyway, guys. So
all his social media profile pictures are of his stomach and abs,
Yeah, showing his sexy body.
I know, he loves his sexy body. It's like an advertisement. And him and his dad sell cloth.
Cloth?
They sell cloth.
What do you mean cloth? What's
cloth? Like the cloth. The actual material to make clothes. They sell it to different people.
Oh, okay.
And so he pays me the rent and I get various transfers from random people who owe him money, and they always send it through the mail for some reason. So I just get random money transfers.
Does he always have people that he owes money that you
or people owe him
like...
money? People owe him money.
Okay.
So I'll get 10% here, 15% there. It's kind of annoying.
Every month.
Every time it's a whole thing.
But... what does he do? What does he do for work?
Nothing. He just works with his dad, and his dad sells cloth. He's a cloth trader.
Crazy
you can make a lot of money in cloth, I guess.
I don't know about the business. Anyway, guys.
Cloth. It's where money is.
Anyway, guys. So right now, when you're going tomorrow, we'll be hanging out at our friends, Michael's friends, Talent on our friends' apartment.
We're arriving Monday morning, actually.
Yeah, at our friend's apartment.
We'll be taking my apartment's not really available, and I've got my tenant until September 1st, so we're going to be staying for 3 weeks in central Tel Aviv, baby, in the middle of summertime. We've been working on our summer bodies.
Not yet.
Summer, a little bit. We've been going to the gym here, So.
Yeah, we've been going to Jacaranda and.
All we do is here. This is Nairobi. Listen, Nairobi's a really fantastic place to first of all meet a wife. It's a great place to have this great restaurant. I didn't, but I could have, just as easily. You were in Nairobi before, only a couple months before I met you.
Yeah, of course.
Nairobi's a great place. It's got really nice gyms and restaurants and there are activities and all these different things. But on a day-to-day basis, nightclubs. But on a day-to-day basis, if you want to do stuff during the day, there's not a whole lot going on because you can't really walk around. It's not a very walkable city. Tel Aviv and Israeli cities in general are the exact opposite. Massive sidewalks. you know, big boulevards, cafes on them, you know, beautiful beach boardwalks and all this.
But then,
things.
you know, honey, then as much as like, you know, I appreciate both the cities I along my home.
I'm always gonna love Nairobi. I'm always gonna love Kenya.
But then you know, I can compare Tel Aviv and Nairobi because
Yes.
Tel Aviv is a city which is in the ocean, next to the ocean.
Yeah.
It's kind of different vibes.
It's like when I met
upgraded.
you, the city I call Mr. Mombastic. Mombasa. No.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, so we are really excited and
And you'll also be seeing her post a lot more regularly. She's gonna be posting all about her new life.
yeah. I have to. If you guys, if I go silent, please call me if I'm still alive or something. Maybe I'm.
She gets
bombed.
demotivated sometimes. Like she's always like, I don't know.
Sure.
She gets like, she'll make like a ton of videos at some point, and then she'll like, you know, get discouraged by like some YouTube bureaucratic nonsense. And I'm like, it's not for YouTube. It's for your fans. It's for the people.
I know, honey.
You're showing them big things. They're traveling through you.
I need to up my game. I know. I understand. And guys, I mean, like, I know I've been saying this.
I can't be the one to
times.
criticize her because then I'm in the doghouse. Then I won't get ice cream each night. You know? I don't eat eat a lot of ice cream. But I bought ice cream today. We're having a pizza party.
Actually, today since we're traveling tomorrow, so like this is like the last day here for us. We invited family members. My siblings are in Nairobi. My brother and my sister. Of course, you met my sister in my mother's video. Yeah, you met my sister. Visiting my mom. Down the videos. You met my sister. So she's in Nairobi. And my brother, of course, is in Nairobi. He studies in Nairobi. He's studying in Nairobi. And my cousin, you've never met her. Her name is Vivian.
Single guy, she's a cutie. So is
She looks
Krista.
like me.
Krista's seeing someone though, right?
Yeah, Carissa's.
You don't really look
she's like
alike.
me.
No.
But we look like Carissa.
I don't think you look like either of them.
Really?
Yeah.
People say we look like Vivian. We look alike, me and Vivian.
You're just both black.
Yeah, but like facial expression,
I don't
like
think
facial
so.
features and.
I mean, you both have.
Guys, you'll
see.
tell. Yeah, you'll
Maybe.
see. But anyway, guys, this is my cousin. I'm 1 year older than her, but of course you'll see her. So she stays in Nairobi. She studied and she's in school and now she's in Nairobi. Her and her sister, but her sister will be running late. I don't know if she's coming or not. Her sister is called Carista, but then
She has a pizza with her name on it. And a Stoney's. Stoney's is the best drink in Kenya. I think
right.
it's South African though.
Really, Stoney's?
Maybe it's Kenyan. I hope it's
It's
Kenyan.
because you like Stoney's. I don't like Stoney's. It's because you like ginger.
Everyone likes
everything
Stoney's.
with ginger. You really like.
I do like, yeah, it's true.
Yeah. I don't like soft
It's
drinks
good in
that
the
much
bedroom.
though.
Ginger is great for the bedroom, guys. So true. My God.
You're not spoiling our our secrets.
It's what keeps a marriage strong. You know?
Guys, you're already strong. by
Keeps a
yourself.
man healthy.
But ginger is good for everyone. Anyway, guys, so we have
Except for those who are allergic to ginger.
Ow. Anyway, guys, so we're having this party, and it's not like a party. It's a party, yeah. It's a party for few people.
It's like
It's
a 6-year-old birthday party type vibe. You know, it's pizza, ice cream, and drinks. You know,
And drinks, yeah.
non-alcoholic drinks.
Non-alcoholic.
Because we are not going to be getting her younger brother and sister shit faced.
I know.
Not doing that.
Oh yeah, it's true.
We have to be responsible.
Yeah, it's true.
And cheap.
And cheap.
Yeah, come on. I'm not gonna buy them alcohol. Why'd I do that?
Yeah, that's not a good example. I have to be a good example. We have to be a good example to them. So we're having 3 people coming, and us. That's 5.
And the son of the governor of Congo.
Guys, so we have this guy.
Roommate.
Roommate. This guy's from Congo. I don't know if he'll join us.
I don't know. His dad is a former governor, and he just hangs out in his room playing video games. What?
Did you have to spoil the secret? Maybe he's hearing.
Who cares? He knows it.
No, but the way
He
you're
knows
putting
it.
it.
Yeah. He's on an extended break from life.
You're putting him to sound like you make him sound like a loser.
I don't have to. I make him sound anyway. That's just the reality, babe. I mean, he's got money. That's nice. So I guess that doesn't make him a loser.
Well, it's because the family is rich.
Yeah, that's true.
Not his money.
He just comes to Kenya to hang out and not.
But he's a good guy.
Not find a city. Yeah, he's very nice to hang out with.
Yeah,
That's true. He's a very sweet guy.
Yeah.
He's very tall.
Yeah, he's also has traveled a lot, so I think he's informed and yeah.
Anyways.
So I don't know if he'll join us, and also our host. I don't think Johnny is around.
Next week you'll see Tracy's first video from Gaza. You're gonna interview people, no? I'm just kidding around.
From Lebanon.
Lebanon. Iran, Iraq, we're gonna do it. You know, you have to pick out. You have to go to Tel Aviv and buy the finest burkini. You know, for the beach.
I have to do that.
Burkini.
What is burkini?
Burkini is like what very religious Muslim women wear when they're just like totally covered up at the beach.
Why?
I'm just joking with you. No burkinis for us, okay? Burkini.
Anyway, guys, so we are very excited, and that's the news. So we're waiting to. So our guests are in Nairobi town, so they'll take like a few minutes to be here. The pizza already here. We got the pizza and the drinks, and yay, we're excited for this.
We look forward to having you guys on our next really big life adventure.
Adventure now, our home.
Yeah.
So
building a home in the Holy Land.
Building a home in the Holy Land.
Yeah. Come with us.
Yeah, guys. So that's about it. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Goodbye.
Bye.
No, not yet goodbye. We will say waiting to have that party to be included in this.
No.
No, not really. Okay, fine. On the next video. Bye.
Bye. See you.